Hey, good morning. Or actually, it's not even morning.
We're so tired of
I
seeing
just so pooped. It's actually happy Sunday, everybody.
It's cold in Chicago.
Boy, it is cold in Chicago,
Mhm.
but happy to be home in Chicago. Happy to just be back from CES. So, for those of you who follow us, or if you've been living under a rock, you don't know this, but last week CES 2024 was on in full-fledged power. It was like it was happening. Nilda and I were there for 2020, the 2024 conference, and in today's video, we're going to share our experience. We're going to go day by day, and then we're going to cover some of the top tech that we saw there. So we're going to try to cover everything that took place at the show. And hey, Victor, thanks for joining us. Let us know how our audio is coming through, if it's coming through nice and crispy. And first thing we're going to talk about is the first day. And Nilda, do you want to lead us through the day? I'm going to bring up some pictures to kind of show you what's going on at CES, and we'll just go from there. Because for those of you who are new to the channel or new to our podcast, in this podcast we cover the latest in tech reviews that we've done on the channel. We try to cover some news, anything exciting that's going on. Like in a couple of weeks, Samsung S24 Ultras are coming out. Is it S24 or S25? I'm completely disconnected with everything that's going on in Samsung.
I feel like we're in a different world when we're out there.
Samsung new phones are coming out. I have cases already. I got to look at the numbers on them. I have accessories, so we'll definitely talk about that. But here, basically, we talk about tech, we talk about news, and we're definitely going to be talking about CES. And we have a lot to cover. So now let's kick us off on day one. What took place in day one?
It was CES Unveiled at the Mandalay Bay. And it's for media only, and we get to see up close and personal. Some of the products are coming out, and when they open up to the public, which was on Tuesday, they open up, and you just got, you get that one-on-one, that personal connection with the companies at Unveiled. And then I'm trying to, I don't want to jump into the next day.
We won't go into the next day, but on Unveiled, we get access. We get access before it's not open to the public. Like, when was it that it actually opened? Because we were there Sunday.
We were. You're talking about CES for the public?
Yeah.
It opened that Tuesday.
Yep.
So it was the 7th and 8th was Unveiled, and the 9th through the 12th was CES.
So Sunday and Monday, we get access to everything before anyone gets access, and we get to see things. The other thing that kind of blew me away was that it's 100 years. 100 years of CES.
I can't believe
it. And who would have thought? 100 years. And it actually started in 1924. Who would have thought in 1924 someone had the foresight to think about a consumer electronics show of this type? It's just crazy.
I wonder what they had back then. 1924.
What did it? Where's your? Do you have your phone? Do I have your phone?
I have my phone.
Why don't you look and see? What kind of innovation took place in 1924? Because I'm telling you, for it to start back then, I think that is pretty crazy. That basically, innovation was taking place during that period. So we're there, we're working the show, we're hustling. I'm going to show you another picture here, which is kind of funny because this is our life. What you see here is my life. So when we're at the show, Nilda and I are hustling. We are a team of two. While there are crews that basically have, 10, 12 people, they have people covering the entire show. It's just us two really running everything and meeting with folks, meeting with meeting with, I would say, established relationships that we have, and then also meeting with new ones that we're making at the show. So basically, the big deal of the show, or at least the beginning, is Unveiled. And during Unveiled, you have everybody from the media is there. A lot of the YouTubers are there. You see a lot of people that you have never maybe have seen before as well. There's a lot of new media people that come in. And basically what you do is you start walking around and you start checking out the new tech. So you are actually having conversations and checking out what's new. So for example, one of the things that we saw there was this. And this was, we were at the actual Geniverse. And Geniverse is a product that we reviewed on our channel before. And they were talking about their new generators that are coming out, as well as their new Powerwall. You want to talk about the Powerwall, Nilda?
Oh, the Powerwall. That was actually a really pretty one. They actually won an award for hurricane in Florida for supplying generators to families that needed power. So they got an Emmy.
Yeah. So this company gives back. So here's one of the representatives that we met there, and was really proud to have the award, being recognized for being, I would say, more than a corporate citizen, or just a servant of the people. But the fact that they were providing generators for everybody who was in need was a great thing for the company. And we also then saw X Jimmy, right? And in the X Jimmy booth, we'll take a look at what's going on here with X Jimmy. We actually saw X Jimmy had projectors, and one of the projectors, the one that you see up there on the top, is a really cool projector, because we didn't realize what we were looking at until we actually walked into the booth. Do you remember that one?
This is the one that was up in the ceiling.
This is the one that was up in the ceiling. So why don't you talk about that?
This is a light fixture, and it has a projector, and it projects onto your wall. I can't remember what it was. A 1080.
1080p projector.
Yeah, and it has different lights to it to give it the ambience, so lighting, and I thought it was really cool.
So imagine, guys, if you cannot have a projector in your home and you basically don't have the space. But
that's geared for people who live like in small apartments.
Small apartments, but even if, you know what?
Even for a bedroom,
I'd love to have one, but someone won't let me have a projector in the room.
No, because I will let you have that one, just not that one.
It's not high resolution enough for me.
Yeah, I know.
But it's a 1080p projector. It basically replaces your ceiling fan or whatever you would have your light fixture, right? So think about where your light fixture is. Imagine that replacing it. And then basically, but it's still light. It lights up. It has a Bluetooth speaker, and it has a 1080p projector that's projecting against the wall. Yeah. Now, there's some limitations with it, which I would say that they still need to go through, because sometimes at the show, you see things that are the first generation. Sometimes you see prototypes. Sometimes you see things that are not even in production yet that you get early access to see. But this was really cool. It's a light fixture that is a projector. And I thought, oh my God, this would be something that a lot of people would be able to benefit from. The other thing we saw here was this. This is a Horizon Pro, and this is a cool projector. We have a lot of shorts, guys, on the channel where we actually show this thing functioning. It basically has a gimbal, right? So when you look at the base, look at the base that's right there, I'm pointing at it. It's where is it? Over there. It actually rotates. So basically, it will basically scan your room, determine what's the best wall, and then it's going to give you an image. And that image could be anywhere from 100 inches, 90 inches. And they were showing this thing projecting on all different type of surfaces. Like, it was like on a small rectangle, right? There was all these different shapes.
They put two of them together so they could have two images, and then
yeah. Well, no. That was Hisense.
Was that Hisense?
That was Hisense.
Sorry, Hisense.
Yeah, so Hisense did that, and we'll talk about what Hisense saw as well. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up another image right here. Guys, this is what it looks like. Unveiled is typically not the sexiest of all the shows, because basically what you have is a big room with carpet, and then you have tables. It's almost like going to a flea market.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but it's a flea market of tech. And some of the booths, there's real no booths, but some of the, the corners are set up, have a little bit more tech into it. But it's a great opportunity for you to really talk with the founders, with the CEOs, CMOs. You're able to really talk to the people who actually know the products well. In the main convention floor, like if you've ever gone to an auto show, or if you've ever gone to, let's say an auto show, and you talk to the people there and you start asking them about the car, it's very rare when you find someone who really knows the car really well. That's paid talent. Those are people that are there that are just talking about stuff. When you go to Unveiled, and even the next show, which is the next day, you're talking to the people who are either the engineers. You're talking about the people who actually know stuff really, really well. So it's a great opportunity for us to go in there and then just check things out, especially when it comes to all the new tech. Something else that we saw when we were there was Narwhal, right? So we saw Narwhal, which is, again, a product that we looked at. This is a company that does vacuum cleaners. They basically mop and they vacuum your floor. But the cool thing about this company is that their new mop vac combo basically takes the actual debris. So if you think about most robot vacs, if you've seen our videos or if you have one yourself, basically sucks up the debris as it's cleaning. And then when it goes back to the docking station, it basically sucks the debris outside of the vacuum and stores it in the docking station. Well, Narwhal is not doing that. Narwhal actually has a different implementation where it basically is taking the garbage and it's using like a vacuum, what do they call it?
Like the sealed vacuum, because it takes up all the air.
Yeah, it takes the air out of it. It's like it's like one of those.
That's
I don't know what you call
those
it.
food saving.
It's like one of those food savers,
yeah.
right? It does something like that. So basically, it doesn't empty it out. It just compresses it and then just keeps on going. And then it also had some tangle-free tech there that was also really cool. Something else that we saw this day one, and we're gonna jump into day two really quick, is we saw Ringcon, which is a company that we also look at when it comes to their rings, and they're basically biometric rings, smart rings that track your pulse, that track your blood pressure is coming, sleep. So if you don't want to wear a smartwatch to sleep and you want to wear a ring, Ringcon is a very good product, and they have some cool stuff that they're going to be working through. Now, let's talk about. Oh, this is something that I have to show you guys. This is one Nilda will not allow me to have it.
No, you can have it. I'm just not going to test it.
So what you're looking at here in this picture is a product. They're skis, but they're motorized skis. They're more like roller skates that have power. They would be, for those of you who watch Alita, Alita, it was a cyborg that basically there's one episode where she is wearing these rollerblades, and it's kind of like a death match. It's one of the last scenes of the movie, and she's going like super fast. Well, these go up to 50 miles an hour, and you're wearing them on your feet. And basically you get some support, some leg support. You'll see that there's like some brackets that come up to make sure that it's supporting your calves, because you are going 50 miles an hour.
Isn't there like a device that you take off and then you can maneuver with your own hand?
That's the throttle. The throttle's in your hand. You have a hand throttle and a hand brake that allows you to go fast or go slow. That product right there, my friends, is around 30 to about 3,000 to $4,000. And I'm going to show you another picture of it right there so you can see what that looks like. That was one of the cool products. It took a lot of awards at CES, and we thought that it was innovative, very innovative. The other thing that we saw is on that same day is this company right here, which is we reviewed Condal products before. They make 360 cameras. They also make 360 conferencing technology. They're now coming out with an 8K camera that is going to also allow you to stream. We anticipate that we'll be getting this product, and we'll be able to share with you what that product is all about. And then here's a product that those of you who are motorcycle enthusiasts, if you love bikes, well, check this out. This is a bike. This bike goes fast. We're talking, this is like a Tesla for bikes. It costs a lot of money too. We saw this bike, a previous version of this last year. We saw it again this year. They're in production. It is just incredible. It charges fast. It goes fast. It's just scary, cool tech, right? And let me go ahead and bring this back because this will give you a nice close up to it. What can I say? This is just,
it's pretty.
Yeah. I love the wheels.
Make it in pink.
I'm sure if they have it in this kind of color, this kind of light blue, teal, whatever color we want to call it, I'm sure they'll have it in many colors. So let's talk about the next day. Walk us through
press conference day.
Tell me what happened on the next day.
We went to first it was LG.
Yep.
LG came out with some new TVs that you were like a little psyched about it.
Yeah, I was really, really psyched about LG because LG had a transparent TV. Check out our videos. You'll be able to see it there as well. Transparent TVs that you have, like the biggest question I get is why? Why would you want a transparent TV? What is your opinion?
Well, the way they explained it is because some people have a lot of windows and you don't want to have a TV blocking your window. So you can, use that and still see the outside world. But yeah, it was really cool. I don't know about transparent TVs. I know you like those a lot.
I liked it. So if you see that picture right there where it says LG Signature OLED TV, that is an actual TV. And you'll notice that it's kind of tinted somewhat so that the images will show up. So it could be transparent where all you see is kind of a very light metal frame. And then what you basically have is it could get pitch black if it wants to, or it could get shaded the way you see there. We actually saw I have a short on this too, where you have an artist who's singing, and basically they show that artist and they show the background of like the music video, but then the background of the music video is removed and all you have is the artist left.
That was cool.
That is really cool. That gives you the power of what these OLED TVs, OLED T transparent screens can do. And they actually had this built into a window. So you're looking at a window and all of a sudden the window has a TV in it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the experience that you get with these. So we thought that was pretty cool. The other brand that we saw that same day is Hisense. And Hisense, we know, a super supporter of our channel. We appreciate their support as well as LG's. And Hisense basically showed a lot. What did, do you remember what Hisense was talking about?
TVs, bigger.
Oh, no, that was that other company that I always get the acronym wrong. TCL, TLC?
Oh, TCL.
TCL was about big,
Last
bigger,
time I
biggest.
said TLC, but it's TCL.
So Hisense basically was showing advancements in their projectors, advancements in their TVs.
AIs.
They have, everybody's putting AI. They basically have a 100-inch OLED TV that you'll see in our short. It looks amazing as well. Inky blacks, great color. It's just, you know, the TV technology has gotten so good. And it has 10,000 nits of brightness. It was the brightest TV that we saw, and one of the coolest one.
LG.
Oh yeah, even compared to LG. The other thing that they talked about is their laser TVs, and this is a view of like when we're there in the press room, and they have an 8K laser TV that we saw, super small. That little tiny one. Remember the little tiny one we saw there? The small one that had the LEDs in it. That was the 8K.
Oh,
I didn't realize that was it. And but definitely really cool stuff that they're doing. And it's interesting that they were showing a lot of different stats about, you know, 68 to 70% of the people, the population, is actually even the younger generation stream content and are watching content that's streaming based. So a lot of focus on streaming and a lot of focus on that technology. We then went to, is this Samsung that we're looking at right here?
No, this is TCL.
So we took a look at TCL, and you're going to see TCL here. And TCL was basically talking about how they're leading the industry when it comes to sales of new televisions. And they took an approach. If we go back for a second, their pitch is bigger, better, and beyond, which translates to bigger TVs. That's all their focus really was on. I'm sure that there was improvements on screen technology. They're putting more AI. Everybody's putting AI everywhere, but it was really about the large TVs. And they were, because you said that they're supporters, sponsors of the NFL.
Yes.
So they had kind of like an NFL game time stage, and they brought people from the NFL to talk about their products. And it was actually a pretty cool setup that they had going on right there. What else do we want to talk about?
Samsung.
Now, Samsung was probably one of the coolest when it came to their implementation of AI. They actually implemented this little guy right here. Let me show you, Bali. And the cool thing about Bali is that Bali is a robot that can follow you throughout your home. And you want to talk about all the features, Nilda?
He follows you. He responds to you. Through a projector. And he also, if you, like in the video that they were showing that it's time for exercise. It projects onto the wall. Your exercise routine even tells you how many calories you burn. And, so it had all that information. You can take calls. You can take, video calls, Zoom calls all through Wally just by placing them on top of your.
You call it Wally.
Bali, sorry.
You're thinking about the robot?
Yes. What is a robot?
It's another robot. Robot.
R2D2. Let's just call it R2D2.
It reminded me so much of R2D2 because it had like a little.
Doesn't look like him.
It had a little antenna. You guys remember when R2D2 would want to communicate with computers? Like this little thing would come out and it would start programming it. Or if it wanted to control something, like a little satellite would come out and do this kind of thing. Well, Bali does the same thing. The little top pops up, and then it's able to turn on your lights, lock your doors, change the channel of the TV, but it's a TV too. So it has all this cool stuff in it.
You can control everything.
It is, it's pretty amazing if it comes into production, because they had a similar Bali. It wasn't called Bali a couple of years ago, but we never saw it go into production. But really it was about having, it turns out to be a companion. I think it's more of a companion than anything else. So you have this companion tech. Now, this takes us into another day. And then what you see here is another media only event. And is this Pepcom or Showstoppers? Pepcom. So this is a little bit more upscale. So you saw the other one was, the roof looked a little bit, because it was in the convention hall, and that has to be torn down and brought up. Now this is in which hotel? Do you remember?
I believe it was the Bellagio.
Yeah. So Bellagio, if you've ever been to Vegas, been to Bellagio, this is a really nice hotel. And definitely the venue shows for it. A little bit more upscale. You get to meet the brands. You get to talk to them. You get to meet CMOs, CFOs, CEOs. You get all the C people and all the engineers. And we basically spend a really good amount of our days. What were our days like? We
never made it to the end at Pepcom. Never made it to the other side.
Nope.
Made it to the middle, but that's as far as we went.
And that was because it's so big, right?
It was huge.
And again, it's just Snow and I. So and every conversation you have with someone could be a half an hour to 45 minutes. People are so excited about their products that you want to have these type of conversations. You just don't want to. This isn't speed dating, right? This is basically really getting to know the people, getting to know the products themselves. And this is
the desserts there.
They feed you too. So this is the cool thing, that especially with thanks to you and thanks to your viewership. Make sure you like this. Make sure you share this. It really helps this video get ranked. It helps YouTube and it helps us. And because of your support, we're able to go like media. And that means, like, if you think about ABC, CBS, NBC, you think about all those the newspapers, we're there with them. So thank you for that. And that support definitely got us into that ranking. So here you see kind of like another view where we're just hustling, and we're every single day. It is we leave our room at 7 a.m. and we don't come back till
exhausted.
About sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Right. This is what the days are. Flying cars. We saw a lot of flying cars. We saw some that looked prototypey and some of them that looked like they're real. This is one that looked real, that it could fly. And when we talked to them, it says this is something that is a functioning product. So hopefully we get to see flying cars in our future. So what else did we look at?
This is where you're at, is CES.
So going into CES, now this is the convention floor, and this was in the Venetian. If you've never been to Vegas and you'd like to see what the Venetian looks like, watch my video walking through the halls of Venetian. Like, the walkway is absolutely gorgeous. Now, one of the things that we also noticed, I'm going to reach over and grab something, is at the show, we take a lot of video equipment, right? So we take a lot of stuff. I take cameras, I take mics, I have backups for everything. So I take 2 sets of mics just in case. She knows it. And, and I try to simplify every year. And because you're literally a walking mule, you have so much stuff on your back, and you're like, oh my God. And I'm telling you, if you're looking at from 7 a.m. to almost 1 o'clock in the morning carrying a backpack, not cool.
That was me.
Well, it was both of us. We both had backpacks. And then, walking, one of the things, you want to talk about what saved our lives?
Are you hookahs?
The hookah shoes.
Shoes.
Guys.
Even people were telling us, oh, that was smart, you guys, because their feet were in pain.
Yeah, there were people in dress shoes, and they were like,
they were in pain. You could see the pain that they were in because of all the walking. And that was only day one.
That was and the way you put it is, does your foot have a second heartbeat?
It feels like a second heartbeat. I know the feeling. I've been there. I know it. Where your feet are hurting so much. And like I said, that was day one.
Someone recommend. I don't know. Was it Nathan that recommended the hookahs? I don't know who told us about the hookahs, but
I know our son did.
But we just love the shoes, and it helped us survive. And by the way, we have some new shoes coming in. We did a review with a new shoe company that puts a sensor in the shoe to basically check your health, your stride, how you walk, and also your comfort. So we did a foot kind of sizing while we were there.
Yeah.
And so what I was telling you is that one of the things that we saw everywhere was this little guy. This is the DJI Osmo 3, DJI Osmo 3 Pocket. And one of the things about this product is that this shoots the same level of quality as a professional grade camera. And we saw so many people with this. So there was a lot of people that simplified. What I ended up doing, day one, I had my normal camera rig on Sunday. Day two, excuse me, day 2 and on, it was no more. It was, this is it. This is all I had, because I said, you know what? I can't carry anything else. It was just too much to carry. And we did all our footage on this camera. So DJI Osmo. And so we're walking now. So now this is day 1. And I want to share with you some of the things that were in day 1. And we're going to speed this up a little bit. But on day 1, we saw this. So one common theme were these type of bikes, right?
Yes.
And basically what you have is motorcycle bikes. These are bikes that look like
These are getting
motorcycles.
really popular.
These are class 2 bikes. You know him away. We review their products. We met with a lot of the brands that we get products from. We met with some new ones as well. But what we found is that there's a lot of companies there that have products that are not going to be in the US for quite some time. So we have to kind of like hustle a little bit to just see what's, you know, which companies do we want to spend time with, because there's so many companies there. Mm-hmm. So here's another bike. If you can see this one, a lot of the moped style bikes. Here is another one. And so here we have another bike look. This is another day. So this goes into another day. I was happy this day. The other days, the food was okay. It was good, but this was a better day. So this is at the Venetian.
No, I think that was at either was the Mirage or, oh my God, I can't remember.
Anyways, they had pork rice, they had chicken rice, they had, you know, this is all Chinese food. This was good food. It's like we went back for seconds and then we took some home because this was the good stuff. Back to the hotel room. And this is again in a really nice venue. They had some cool stuff that they were showing. And again, we were just going through the event, just checking things out. Now, we also then had the privilege to meet a company that's called the Drio. There's going to be an interview showing up tomorrow that we interviewed the CMO. And basically, we had a breakfast with them where they showcased their products. We saw their products at their booth. This is, guys, one of the coolest air fryers. And, you know, the one thing is, so we're a tech channel. This is not the Home Shopping Network, right? This is a tech channel. But I appreciate technology implemented everywhere. And this has tech. So you think about an air fryer. You typically you push a button, right? And you maybe have, you know, temperature settings. You have temperature, you have, and then you also, what do you have is time, right?
Yes.
This, you saw the book. How many built-in recipes does this air fryer have?
Close to 500.
Think about that, guys. So if you want to make steak, it has a probe that you stick into it. And then basically you go in there and it is graphical. So it shows you the piece of meat. And then you just say, I want it rare. I want it medium. I want it medium well. I want it well done. You push a button and it does it. There was something else they were talking about it because, you know, it does fish, it does vegetables, it does, think about over 300 different recipes it has built in, and it's updating continually. And it was a Kickstarter. They've sold in a matter of months over 20,000 units. It's available on Amazon. We're going to be getting it. We're going to be reviewing it. And then they talked about something about, they had this little capsule where they put fluid, the liquid. Do you remember what that was all about?
Well, it's on the top in a case to steam it, to keep things your food nice and moist.
Yep.
You know, you can put water in there. You can put like, what was that? The other stuff that they said? Oh my God, it's like, I can't even think right now. I'm so tired. What else did they say? I know you can put water in there, but they said you can put something else in there.
It was like a flavorizer, right? Wasn't it?
Some flavor in there, but I can't remember.
Something that you could do with flavor and things like that.
Yeah.
So the other thing I wanted to share with you,
I thought it was really cool.
So that means that, like, if you're going to have fish, you know, your fish can be crispy on the outside but moist on the inside.
Yeah.
If you do chicken, you could cook a chicken where it's dry.
Yeah. Well, you know, we have our own air fryer, and what I notice is that if you're not careful, you can dry your meat. You know, but this one has a thermometer, and I was introduced to a thermometer a few months ago, and the fact that this device, this air fryer, actually has a built-in thermometer, I thought that was really cool. So yeah, you guys don't use a thermometer, you should.
And so you're going to see it. We're going to have it on our channel. Here's a company that we met with, and I'm going to I think you can probably model this for us in a second.
Thank you.
So let me go ahead and bring the logo so you can see that. And this is supposed to be gold. I would say I would call it goldish, because they have some headphones that are like bling bling gold.
Oh my God, they're beautiful.
And then you had the ones that were kind of like they had
Beautiful.
rhinestones on it or
It had
something.
rhinestones. It was all rhinestone.
Yeah.
It's more of a fashion statement.
So these are fashion statement headphones. This is a French company, not here in the US. We had a mixer with them, and they provided us some headphones to review. The review will go live tomorrow. That's already done, and it's queued. And let me why don't you go ahead, first of all, wear it around your neck, which is one of the ways. So when we went to the event, and go sideways a little bit so you can see it. There you go. And like there you go, like this. So basically we found people that were wearing these, and they had silver ones, they had gold ones, they had the ones with the bling on it. You know, I would call it the bedazzled versions. They had all these.
Kept borrowing them.
Yeah. And they had all these models. French company, now moving into the US, and we started checking out their product. They sent this one right here, bass, mids, and highs. Sounds great. You basically have good music separation. It favors, I would say, the highs a little bit more, I would say. And it's also very, very clear. This is Viv 1, or right? So it's the VI1. So V1. And the product itself is very well made. And you can see as Nelda puts this on, and even with their ponytail, you see what it looks like on the side. It sits on your ear. The earpieces themselves, you can choose any kind of color that you would like. And the material is going to be the same.
They have black and gold and different colors.
Yeah, so they have the plastic itself, like the actual frame is going to be set to a specific color: black, gold, white, right, or the rhinestone color. But then the earpieces, you can actually change the colors when you're ordering them. They come with 64 gigs of memory. You can store memory in them. They also have a app once you register them that will give you 300 channels that you can stream to audio for free for the lifetime of the product. And you can take calls with them. It's both wired and Bluetooth. And then it's also multi-point, which means that it has the ability to basically connect to two devices at the same time. So those are the V1s. I'm probably even killing the name because I had a hard time because it's right there on the side.
V1.
Yeah. V1. I probably pronounce it V1. So we'll get more of the product, hopefully, because I may have killed the name. So, sorry, guys. We'll get more of the product. Sounds good. Check them out. We'll have the video on tomorrow, and you'll be able to see that. Other things that we saw a lot of the vacuum companies. If you think about Roborock, D-Bow, which is the EcoVac company. We also then saw Dream, right?
Yeah,
so Dreamy. So they have new products as well. All the bike companies have new products. But what I want to do is just ask Nilda, what did you feel for you was your top product for the show? What did you get most excited about?
Besides Bali?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Was Bali it?
I really thought he was cute. He's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I really liked about the show? I love the people, talking to the people. We met some really nice, adorable people there.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed walking through Eureka Park.
Yeah. Let's talk about Eureka Park. Let's talk about that for a second. So Eureka Park is, and we have some more photos that we'll show you. Eureka Park is an area where you go to meet with startups.
Yes.
There's lots of startups.
Yes. Oh my God.
And I'll tell you,
there's probably been more than.
It was the last place we visited, but it was the place that we enjoyed the most because of how hungry the startups are. So we're walking through, and our badge. So there's two things on our badges. Our badge has a special color that says that you're media. And then we also have these stickers that are connected to our bags that basically allow us to get from building to building without having to go through security checks. It's a security sticker. And it's like bright. It's either bright yellow or bright pink.
Yeah.
So when you're walking into the buildings and there's these huge lines, you kind of get the golden, it's like the Willy Wonka golden ticket.
Uh-huh.
You're able to walk in, no one wands you, you just go because you're media. So when you're in the booth, you would think that most people in the booth would watch out for that, right? We're the people you want to talk to, right? So you would think that they watch out for it. Not many do. However, when you're in Eureka Park, they're watching you. Piranha watching you, shark watching you, whatever creature that you can think of that basically watches, they watch you. And we had so many of them come up to us, like, you know, it's almost like, think about it, like if you're at any grocery store and someone wants you to try some type of whatever, you know how those people, they go like, hey, would you like to try this? Hey, would you like to try this? This is what we're talking about. So they're chasing you as soon as they see you. And it was interesting because we spoke to one company, and the company is Adam, right? It was Adam.
Yes. Adam.
The Adam company. And the founder basically said, I look for people like you. And then I'm curious and I'm saying, okay, so tell me what are you looking for? I look at your badge color and I look at your tags, and you're the person I want to talk to. You're the kind of people we want to talk to. And he wasn't the only one who did this, but a lot of the other people did. His product is kind of a sad product, but it's also a cool product. You want to talk about it, Nola?
We're all going to die one day.
That's what he was talking about. You're talking about death, but go ahead.
Well, the whole thing is that your digital footprints, when something happens, when your loved one passes away, you know, you have this app that has all your information. So if something were to happen to your family, has access to everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that, I thought that was really cool because, you know, you get access to your bank statements, any wills or any, you know, estate use situation, you know, passwords to your bank accounts. So everything is in this one app.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So so it's, think about your digital footprint as your digital assets. If you're, you know, depending on your age, it could happen, especially as your parents get older. How do you? Some of us may even have our parents' passwords for their phone and things like this, but all their photos, all their insurance information. Some parents will go as far as purchase even their plot, you know, funeral arrangements. Yeah. They'll do all these things. What this company does is they help you organize that digital footprint, and to do it before it's too late. And it was an interesting thing. So when they came and started talking to us about it, I understood immediately what they were referring to, because we do have family members that are in the funeral business, and we know, and ourselves, we've experienced loss in our family. And I have, when my dad passed away, my mom was carrying a bag of paper, right? She had all her insurance stuff. It was like a bag. It wouldn't ripping up bag. Think about the most disorganized way that you can think about having something. That's what she had. And this is no negative on my mom, but when someone passes, there's, you know, you're dealing with that, the loss, and then you're dealing with the paperwork, and having to get death certificates and all this other stuff. And in this case, this company, which we're gonna review their product and then also put it out there. They have free subscriptions, and they also have, if you, depending on how much space you want, they have more annual subscriptions that you can have, so that you can store all your loved ones' documentation. So it does an auto backup. Take pictures, it stores it. Any documents, it just stores it, and it just puts everything on the cloud for you, so that you can get that back in the event that your loved one passes, and you're not chasing that down.
Yeah.
There was another company that you saw that they chased us down to, that we thought there were several other ones. We're just highlighting like the ones that really struck us because of.
I didn't get the name of that one. You probably.
We have the brochure somewhere.
Yeah,
I gotta pull it out. I'm trying to see if I have it here.
Is that you're talking about the one that I love the kid, what he did for his mother?
Yep.
Yeah.
French. There's two French young people that
basically.
Two brothers that chased us down.
Yeah. And the oldest created a device for his mother who was going through menopause. And, you know, because women, once they reach a certain age, they get these hot flashes. And so he created this device for his mother. And, it, you know, it's a handheld. You can carry it, put it in your purse, take it everywhere with you. And how many hours did he say? How many days does it last on a charge? Like, what, 2 days?
I thought it was longer than that. And but it could do. Basically, he said, and if I remember right, that women who suffer from hot flashes will suffer from a hot flash 6 times a day.
Yes.
And
you
then
use
basically
it.
doubled it so the unit can basically for a week, I thought it was, can
I thought it
provide
was for a while.
15 cooling cycles. And we're talking rapid cooling. It's like you push
Like
a button
you
and then
put it
when
in
you and it has
on your
this
neck.
it's almost like a mouse. You think about the size of this mouse that you have right here.
Yeah, pretty
And
much
then
like that.
basically you put it in the area where you're having that heat
To
flash
cool your body, bring your
and it will
temperature
cool your
down.
temperature down.
Yeah.
But we're talking like ice, like colder than ice. You put it on you, woo, kind of cold.
Yeah, yeah. It was, you felt it immediately. And so, obviously it worked for his mother. So now he's bringing it out to the public for other women to, to use. I thought that was just beautiful, the whole story that he gave us about his mom and
Yeah, because he did it for his mom, right?
why he created it, why he designed it, what was his purpose. And his purpose was for his mommy. So
yeah, that was a really good story.
I loved it.
And he was again someone who chased us down. He was another person. We also met with a company that does outerwear.
Yes.
That basically gives you the ability to this outerwear has a built-in heater. Talk about needing a heater in Chicago right now, guys.
Oh,
because it is cold in Chicago.
Yes.
So basically it's using this high-tech material and it has a battery inside.
Yeah.
And it can warm you up. They have battery gloves, they have battery
they didn't have the hats. I just saw the gloves and the jacket.
The gloves and the jackets.
Yeah.
They have, and then also their gloves and their hats have this silver tech that's in it, which is it's virus free, it's bacteria free, so it doesn't keep anything. So if you think about that stuff, where a lot of people are really concerned about that right now,
but it uses your body temperature to keep you warm, right?
Yeah, it basically reuses your body temperature to keep your gloves warm if you're wearing them. But it has that silver tech, which I thought is really cool. Not cheap at all, because I was looking up the products. We got some hats and some gloves. Thank you, guys. We'll put the links to the company. $55. And so I was testing out. I love the hats. The hats are really comfortable. They're beanies. And then I was checking out the gloves, and the kind of gloves that you can still use with your phone, with. So that's pretty cool too. So I thought that's really nice that they have that tech. So we're going to have throughout this week a lot of different technology that we're going to be sharing with you. I wanted to share with you this one right here that we just reviewed. So this is going into some of the review things. We got this right before the show. This is a dual screen. You can see my laptop right there, and then you can see those two screens that are side by side or on top of each other. This is the size of a laptop. I think if I recall that right, they're about 16-inch screens. And basically you can use these with your Samsung phone. If you have a Samsung phone, guys, and it uses DeX, you can use your Samsung phone connected to it, as long as the monitors are powered. And then what you're going to be able to see is two screens, just like you see right there. If you have a laptop, you can connect it and you can have the two screens. You can flip it on its side too, and then you can use it just like if it was like a book. And then you can mount this if you like as well, and it would also work in that mode as well. So this is some new tech that we are just reviewing on the channel that just came in, and that you have it as well. And there's a lot more stuff. I'm trying to look at the stuff that I can talk about right now and the stuff that is going to be coming. Go ahead.
I know. I was thinking about that lock. That
Lockley.
No.
Yeah. We looked at Lockley, and then we also looked at Ultralock.
Ultralock. That's
what do you have any of the photos from Ultralock?
I thought I did, but it didn't.
Hasn't synced yet.
No.
So Nola took a lot of photos. So
I went crazy
and we were averaging around 71 videos a day. No joke. Yeah. Lots of videos, and we're doing a lot of shorts. So this year we're doing them all in shorts as opposed to long content. So we're keeping them down to like 60 seconds. And those seem to do a little bit better than, I would say, the long form videos. So Lockley and also Ultralock have new locks that we'll be looking at on the channel as well, and those will be coming in. They have fingerprint, and then they have also, one of them has facial recognition. So if you think about it, if you can unlock your iPhone, and which has access to your personal information, you can unlock your door. So you walk up to your door, scans your face, opens the door.
That's so cool.
Isn't that
scary but cool?
That is super duper cool. Now, something else I want to share with you guys, and let me exit this before I do this. I want to I want to go ahead and go to this link. I just want to show you. This is one of my favorite hotels because of the look. I gotta make sure I can stop it before it starts playing, and then we'll go ahead and show this view for you guys to see here really quick. I'm gonna stop sharing that. And this is the Venetian, right? This is the Venetian, Noah.
Yes, yes.
It is
yes.
the Venetian. I get them confused. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up that screen share really quick. And let's go ahead and this is my description of it. Was the jaw dropping? And I'm going to go ahead and see if I can make this a little bit larger. Can I make it larger? Maybe not. Oh, right there. All right. Take a look at that, guys.
It's beautiful.
This is the view as you're walking in the Venetian. As you look up, what you see. And it's a long corridor. So we're walking. This is right before getting to the actual, I would say, casino floor, and this leads us into the actual convention center. Wanted to share with you because, again, it's like if you ever go to Vegas, go and you don't have to stay at these really high-end hotels, but you can walk in and then just take your time, look at the ceiling, look up. There's some really, really beautiful work that was done in these places. So I just wanted to share with you guys that piece. But we are excited to be back home. We just wanted to make sure. We're still tired. I'm telling you, I am talked out.
We talked to so many people.
We are talked out. This year is going to be an exciting year for consumer electronics. I think we said that this was like pre-COVID busy.
Yes, right before COVID. That's how it was.
Yeah.
I think probably even a little bit more.
Yep. So pre-COVID busy, which means that we think it's going to be a very healthy 2024. We as consumers need to do our part. Corporations need to do their part as well. But there's a lot of technology. There's a lot of, again, automotive technology that we saw at the show. And you can see them on the shorts.
Yeah.
AI, I'll just say it again, AI was everywhere. And also we did meet with several of the 3D printing and laser companies that are there. Creality was there. We spoke with some of the product managers, and then also with some of the marketing folks there. For those of you who are into 3D printing and into Creality printers, there's a new printer that came out that's called the K1C. We have the K1 and the K1 Max here. We reviewed it. Now they have the K1C, and the K1C is an improved version, obviously, that has addressed a lot of the feedback that they received from their users. And then also it does carbon fiber. And one little birdie at the show mentioned to me that Creality will have, for the K1 series, the ability to do color like the Bamboos. Yep. I'm really excited about that.
Ooh.
Really excited about when that comes out, to be able to do color prints on that specific machine. And then they also have a brand new laser engraver that came out. And that was the Falcon 2 Pro, which we saw as well. And when we were there, we also met with a company called Laser Pecker. And we actually did a live stream. See if you can find the photo of that. I was trying to find the photos for whatever reason. I couldn't find them on your Google Photos. But we basically met with them. We talked a little bit about their solutions. Laser Pecker will have a new laser, which is going to be the Laser Pecker 5 coming out. And what we're going to be doing is when that product becomes available, we will have it here on our channel, and we will review it as well and share it with you. And keep in mind that we talk about these laser engravers because they're a great side hustle. They're great at primary hustle. Those of you who are looking for a part-time job, highly recommend the laser engraving business. Those of you who are close to retirement, and as my cousin put it, she doesn't want to wear a blue vest. You know which kind of vest I'm talking about and what company that is. She basically would prefer to have her own Etsy business and do things that way. So that's what we're talking about when it comes to and why we look at the laser engraving business and the 3D printing business, because both of them are great businesses for you to run from home and still be with your family. And you're going to have work-life balance too, right? Because you're going to be your own boss when you do some of that stuff. Well, I see the picture of the laser pecker.
Yeah. I don't know why my stuff is not uploading. Google Photos.
But I don't see the actual photo of the person we met with. But quite a few people that were there. So Guys, we're going to go back to our normal schedule. Right now, we have 26 podcasts that we have hosted. We may go into season 2, episode 1. I don't know. I like the number. I want to see us hit maybe 100. That would be cool. So I don't know if when you do a season, when you do a season, you start again. So you don't continue the episodes. So I don't know if we'll change it, but we'll see what we'll do. So first of all, have everybody a great night. Check out our videos. Lots of shorts coming up in long form format. We're looking forward to having the Drio on the channel, and Miko is complaining there, and
He's uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's a little uncomfortable, and just a lot of cool tech that we're going to be reviewing over the next couple of weeks.
I had a fun time. I had a really nice time. I was exhausted, like mentally exhausted, but I had a great time at CES this year.
Yeah.
We did get to talk to a lot of people. And the thing is that we're not like the first year where we're going to, trying to meet as many people. We were concentrating on certain areas and just having that one-on-one conversation with people is what I enjoyed this year.
Yeah, we basically said no to a lot of interviews and more to walking the floor. And we spent a day in every convention center.
Yes.
And that seemed to work out for us better. And then when we made it to the booth, we basically talked to them. And they told us, a lot of the convention goers that are there basically said that they saw the same thing, that most people declined doing the interviews and that they would meet people at the booth when they got there because it's just such a big event.
Well, because they have different booths in different areas. So one year we did make the mistake where we were bouncing from convention hall to the Venetian to Aria to the Wynn. We're, Cosmopolitan, and then going back to the convention hall. So this year we did it different.
Yeah, it was much. We covered more. We
used the Tesla tunnels,
and we were riding Teslas. Multiple times a day.
Yeah, because it'll take you to each different convention halls.
To different halls, but still,
it was a good time.
So see you guys next week. Check us out. More new tech coming in the next couple of days. 2 more reviews we'll be posting this week, plus tons and tons of shorts. So see you next Sunday, or see you tomorrow.